frozen village, frozen villagers, and a fabulous shark. This is a Otakutainment review for Ichi the Witch Hunt 8. Ichi the Witch by Osamu Nishi and Shiro Usazaki, the 8th hunt, the Hisame Majik Part 2, which is back to the normal 19 pages. It came out on October 27, 2024, is about arriving at the frozen village to quickly find the frozen villagers and the Hisame Majik. But the Hisame's personality and trial are much different than Ichi and really any of us could have guessed. Jumping into the details, we immediately find out the kid's name is Chrissy, who lives at the Dwaz village, the Hawas village of Thazamwood, however that is supposed to be said. But the entire village is frozen over, and we learn from Kumugi all the objects, people, anything bitten by the ice shark is frozen over, I guess, immediately. And the report also says anyone that was found from the other villages that were attacked are found near water, so they go to a lake to find some, I guess you can call it a castle. I would call it a ice horror show of some kind. Weird thing to call a castle, weird design, especially like knowing. Well, okay, you thinking about it, this is ice shark freezing people. I guess the castle kind of looking like a frozen person can make sense. I don't know, it's weird. But desscaras puts Chrissy asleep with clothesline eyes, taff taff. Kind of, okay, a cute little spell, I guess. But this is to keep Chrissy from seeing the villagers frozen in icicles surrounding the castle. Go into that whole frozen human theme, I guess the castle has going on. And Ichi declares death for death. Sees this Hisame Majik is toying with people, killing for no real reason, except I guess out of malice. But I don't think these people are dead. They already said there were survivors found. They're in critical condition still. But because of like the tone of this series, I'm going to assume all these villagers are going to be fine. Yeah, we never even seen any confirmed kills. Only that this magic hates people. But we don't really even seem. The magic doesn't even seem that hostile. Ichi calls out for the Hisame Majik, who comes immediately and is insulting them. Calls Kumugi a potato face. Just calling them ugly urchins. Just very insulting. Not violent though. That's the thing. Doesn't attack at all. Doesn't do anything like that. Doesn't even try to freeze them anymore either. But yeah, apparently this Hisame was waiting for them. Even knew who they are, at least desscaras, and later we see Ichi, or at least knowing the male witch. But yeah, the Hisame also assumed and felt a bit honored, prideful, that desscaras would be the one to challenge. However, there's a bit of confusion when it's revealed Ichi is the actual challenger. Yeah, right after this, being introduced to Hisame, Ichi doesn't hesitate to use Inazuri on the water surrounding the castle and electrocute Hisame. Ichi calls this the Zap Zap catfish trap, learned from watching catfish knock out prey. But all it really did is cause Hisame to break a nail. I don't think sharks have nails. Let me change it. I am very positive sharks don't have nails, but this is a different kind of shark. Maybe it put on fake nails. That's the thing that it could do, I guess. Still weird. It's trying to be silly and it's working. But it doesn't matter, broken nail or not. It doesn't matter how beat up a magic gets. Nothing will happen to the magic permanently until the trial is beaten, which Hisame's trial is a test of fashion sense. Hisame wants the most gorgeous, stunning, marvelous designs. Just wants to make Hisame fabulous. Whew, and I don't know how Ichi's going to do that. It ends there. That's the end of this chapter. Just the introduction to Hisame now. Really taking its time with this, which I'm fine with. But now it's like, where does it go from here? And this is what I'm thinking. Either it's going to be something ridiculous. Hisame's going to have some kind of weird fashion sense that Ichi's going somehow now. But we also saw like the very beginning chapter, the whole cover art for this series is a very fashionable Ichi. Yeah, Ichi's uniform right now, kind of boring, but Ichi going into witch mode, I guess. That's kind of fashionable. I don't think that's going to be what happens. I think this is when Kumugi's going to step up. I think Ichi's going to try something that's going to cause the Hisame to be very offensive. I think desscaras will try something that's going to surprise everyone. It's like, oh, you're actually not as fashionable as everyone thought, or maybe it's just going to be a little lackluster. This is when I think Kumugi, the nervous wreck you are, going to just swoop in at the end, be all humble and stuff, and say, oh, I think this will be nice for you, and that's going to be what does it. Or even surprise twist, Chrissy's going to wake up and be like, I think you look good in these, and Chrissy's going to be the new witch. Honestly, I hope that's what happens, because that'd be funny. It's probably not. It makes so much more sense if this is Kumugi's time to shine, because Kumugi really is shining. The whole last chapter is pretty much about Kumugi. Kumugi starts this with the reports and being complimented with that. You know, it was just reading the reports someone else made. So, yeah, next chapter, another Kumugi. But speaking of that, the title for the second part, it's just the second part. That's it. The test, the fashion show, well, it's just going to be part 3. The names are getting boring now, but what are you going to do? I don't know. I see no reason it will change from not being part 3, but now I don't know. What else could have been named? The first one was the last chapter shouldn't have been Hisame. That should have been maybe Kumugi, the real introduction to Kumugi. Kumugi, the associate witch, the assistant witch. I don't know. And then this one could have been Hisame Majik, and the next one could be the trial name, the fashion sense trial. I don't know what they'll really do, but that's it for this chapter. It was kind of straightforward. It had its humorous moments, like watching Ichi panel by panel just getting ready to zap. That's funny because it's just like, it's so low key, and like I'm just really still enjoying the humor. This one kind of went a little over the top more than I wanted. The Hisame Majik was kind of just more too comical, like just outright comical. But I do like how it's not going to just be straight up fighting. You can't just brute force your way through all of these, which goes back to, it's like, oh, Ichi's just so strong. Well, okay, well that doesn't matter anymore. There might be something that does it, but I like it. I like that there'll be more strategic, more than just, oh, we're going to fight your way. But what I don't want to happen is talk no jutsu to become a thing, or everyone becoming friends. I don't know. I also think uroro might pop up at some point to have something to do with this. I don't know. Are we going to see a fashionable uroro too? I don't know. There's a bunch of silly, interesting stuff that could happen, but let's talk about that more. If you have any thoughts, if you think my prediction's going to be pretty spot on, I have a feeling it might be, but I've been surprised so far in the series. I don't know. Let's talk about it more in the comments. You can follow me on social media, email me. I'll keep links to all that stuff in the description. But before I go, I also want to thank my Ko-fi members, Vix Lab and Julio Vasquez. If you also want to help support me on Ko-fi, you don't have to. I appreciate it if you do, though. But that is it for this Otakutainment reviews and the 8th hunt of Ichi the Witch. I've been your Otakutainer, theacstories. Until next time, thank you so much, and bye.